It all begins on Awakening Day. At a local high school, students are waiting to discover what combat class they will awaken. Among them is Lu Yan. He has already lived in this world for 6 years, and today he is determined to change his fate and save his sister, Lily. 100 years ago, mysterious void portals appeared across the world, unleashing countless monsters. Humanity struggled to survive, but after 10 years of research, people discovered how to awaken their hidden abilities at 18. Now those powers are humanity's greatest weapon against the monsters. For the past 6 years, Lily has been Lu Yan's only family. She even sacrificed herself to save him and ended up seriously injured. But there is a problem. The advanced healing medicine she needs is incredibly expensive. So Lu Yan desperately needs a powerful combat class. One by one, the students begin their awakenings. A girl awakens as a mage and immediately becomes the center of attention. Everyone knows that a rare combat class can completely change someone's future. Then Lu Yan's name is called. He steps onto the platform despite the students mocking him for being an auditor with no resources. They expect nothing from him, but the moment he places his hand on the awakening stone, a massive pillar of dark energy erupts into the sky. Everyone is stunned. The system announces his class, Necromancer. At first, the teachers consider it disappointing. Necromancers are known as one of the weakest combat classes. Their summons are slow, their damage is low, and leveling up is extremely difficult. But Lu Yan doesn't care. He finally has a combat class. That means he has a chance to save Lily. Then something unexpected appears on his system. A hidden support system has activated, and it comes with an incredible reward. Lu Yan finally realizes why his body has been so weak for the past 6 years. The system had been draining his energy. Now it gives him a second chance. He can awaken another class, and this time, he accepts without hesitation. Suddenly, a massive shadow appears behind him. The system reveals his true hidden class, Undead Monarch. Lu Yan instantly realizes that this is no ordinary class. Its abilities are terrifying. The first skill can drastically reduce an enemy's attack and defense. The second allows him to absorb the energy of his targets and strengthen himself. And the third allows him to command a limitless army of skeletons. Lu Yan can't help but smile. He has just awakened a power that almost nobody in the world possesses. The system then unlocks daily quests, giving him another way to rapidly increase his strength. After collecting his starter rewards, Lu Yan makes an unexpected trade. Instead of keeping the supplement and coins, he exchanges everything for an advanced healing flask. The receptionist warns him that the exams are only 3 days away, but Lu Yan doesn't hesitate. Saving his sister comes first. With the healing flask secured, he leaves to begin his training. Only 2 hours remain before visiting hours, so Lu Yan immediately starts exercising, push-ups, squats, weight training. He pushes his weak body to its absolute limit. After completing 100 repetitions, he collapses from exhaustion, but his hard work triggers something unexpected. The system presents him with a rare reward choice, stat points, and Lu Yan knows exactly how valuable they are. Ordinary people need expensive supplements or dangerous monster hunts to increase their stats, but he can gain them simply by completing daily quests. So he claims every available reward. Then he puts all of his stat points into his physical constitution. A powerful aura surrounds his body. His physical strength skyrockets. To test his new power, Lu Yan punches a nearby tree. The impact destroys the bark. He immediately realizes something incredible. His growth rate is going to be 10 times faster than an ordinary person. Soon after, an announcement echoes throughout the school. The upcoming exams have been made even more difficult. The other students panic. Some begin looking for extra tutoring, but Lu Yan remains completely calm. His daily quests are more than enough. His only priority is getting Lily back on her feet. Then the system gives him another reward, a new magic skill book. Lu Yan absorbs the knowledge from it instantly. Dark energy surges through his body, and suddenly, a powerful set of black armor materializes around him. The system reveals that he has obtained an epic defensive skill. The armor can completely block attacks from low-level monsters, and if he activates it at the perfect moment, the damage can be reflected back at his enemy. Lu Yan immediately invests more points into the technique. With this defense, he feels almost untouchable. Now he is ready to change his fate. Soon after, Lu Yan arrives at the city's largest hospital. He stands outside Lily's room and overhears the doctor discussing her enormous medical bills. Lily lies helplessly in bed, unable to pay for her treatment. The doctor even makes an inappropriate suggestion about finding a wealthy sponsor to cover the costs. Lily refuses to listen and simply tells him to do his job. That's when Lu Yan enters. Furious, he demands that the doctor begin the treatment immediately. He hands over his payment and, most importantly, the advanced healing flask. The doctor is shocked. How did this supposedly poor student suddenly get so much money? Lu Yan ignores the question. His only concern is Lily. He asks the doctor to use the medicine on his sister immediately. Lily is relieved to see him. She asks whether he successfully awakened. Lu Yan smiles and confirms it. He walks over to her bedside and holds her hands. Lily then realizes what he has done. He spent his precious resources on her treatment. She scolds him for wasting such an important opportunity. But Lu Yan reminds her of something. Years ago, she made the exact same sacrifices for him. Lily becomes emotional, but before the moment can last, the doctor ruins everything. He laughs after discovering that Lu Yan is only a necromancer. He mocks the class as useless and tells Lu Yan that relying on it will get him nowhere. Lu Yan says nothing. He knows the truth. His real class is still a secret, and keeping it hidden is the smartest move. The doctor finishes administering the medicine. Lily tries to encourage her brother. Lu Yan smiles and promises that he will pass the upcoming exam. The doctor laughs again. He thinks it is ridiculous for a necromancer to believe he can succeed. Then suddenly, boom, the hospital door is kicked open. Several men storm into the room. Behind them walks a woman named Wang Fang. She is a talent scout representing a local guild. She immediately confirms Lu Yan's identity and offers him a place in her organization. But Lu Yan knows exactly who they are. The guild has a terrible reputation. Its members are known for their ruthless behavior, so he rejects the offer. Wang Fang mocks him. She reminds him that necromancers are considered weak. Then she makes another offer. Her organization can provide the medical treatment Lily needs. But Lu Yan rejects her again. He has another goal, getting into a top university. The resources and instructors there are far superior to anything her guild can offer. Starts laughing. He cannot believe that two orphans with no resources think they can achieve anything. Wang Fang finally loses patience. Her two men step forward. They draw their weapons. Lily immediately becomes terrified. The attackers charge toward Lu Yan, but Lu Yan remains completely calm. Dark energy instantly surrounds his body. His shadow armor activates. One of the men swings his massive weapon directly at him. Boom! The attack crashes into Lu Yan's barrier, but the armor doesn't move. The strike is completely blocked. Purple sparks explode across the room. The two attackers freeze. Their weapons couldn't even scratch his barrier. Then Lu Yan looks at them. His eyes glow with an intimidating blue light. He warns them that they have gone too far. The shadow energy around his body becomes even denser. A massive defensive barrier forms around him. The attackers begin to realize something. They seriously underestimated this student. Even Wang Fang is shocked. She cannot understand what kind of defensive technique Lu Yan is using. But then Lu Yan notices something. His aura is beginning to fade. He realizes he activated the defense too early. He missed the perfect timing for the block. Seeing the barrier disappear, the attackers regain their confidence. They think Lu Yan simply got lucky. One of them charges again. His weapon becomes covered in bright blue energy. He unleashes a powerful attack directly at Lu Yan, but Lu Yan easily dodges it. He immediately analyzes the situation. His physical body is still too weak. If he takes even one direct hit, he could be seriously injured. So he needs another strategy. He cannot overpower them. He cannot match their speed. But he can control the timing. And he realizes exactly what he needs to do. He must make both attackers strike him simultaneously. Only then can he activate his perfect block and reflect both attacks. Without hesitation, Lu Yan lowers his defense. Lu Yan deliberately leaves an opening. The two men instinctively take the bait. They attack together. Lu Yan suddenly smirks. Then he asks them one simple question. Is that really all your guild has? The insult works perfectly. The attackers become furious. They prepare an even stronger combined attack. Both men leap forward with their weapons raised. Their goal is simple. Finish Lu Yan once and for all. But Lu Yan remains completely calm. His eyes stay locked on their movements. He waits and waits until the final moment. Just before their weapons connect, his eyes flash. The timing is perfect. Lu Yan releases all of his mana. The black armor explodes around his body. The perfect block activates. Boom, a powerful shockwave erupts. Every bit of damage from the two attacks is reflected straight back at them. The attackers are blasted violently across the room. Cloaked in his menacing aura, the MC pins the attacker down and orders everyone to get out of his sight. The defeated men scramble to their feet, humiliated after getting crushed by a mere high schooler. Before things get worse, their female recruiter orders them to retreat. The men stare at her in confusion, but she knows better than to continue the fight. She gives the MC a cold warning. Her guild never forgets a grudge. Then she turns around and orders her men to to leave. As the enemies disappear, the MCS shadow armor slowly fades away. Outside, one of the henchmen questions why they are letting him walk away. The recruiter snaps back, reminding them how badly they were humiliated, and fighting inside a hospital would only make things worse. But she is already planning her revenge. She orders another henchman to sabotage the MCS sister during the upcoming exam. Back inside the hospital, his sister asks about the incredible shield that protected him. The MC casually claims it was simply a rare awakening bonus, but she is still worried. Picking a fight with such a dangerous guild could bring serious consequences. The MC gently takes her hands and reassures her. He promises to crush the upcoming exam. Once he proves his strength, that guild will never dare touch them again. With only 3 days left, the MC begins an insane training session. On the first day, he works out and completes his daily system missions. The second day is even more intense. He keeps training while farming rewards and leveling up. By the third day, he is using a tree branch to push his body even further. When the training finally ends, he checks his physique and notices a huge improvement. Then he opens his mysterious system panel. Unfortunately, the special stat multiplier still hasn't returned, so he spends his newly earned points on physical endurance instead. He knows that greater strength and health are the safest way to survive whatever comes next. With his preparation complete, the MC becomes determined to take first place in the entrance exam. Meanwhile, guild members are waiting outside the hospital. They immediately report that the target has left for the exam. The recruiter smiles and sends their most ruthless man after the MCS sister. The thug prepares to make his move. But at the same time, the entrance exam officially begins. The students gather at school as the instructor explains the rules. They will soon enter a secret realm. The system will prevent them from actually dying during the trial. Each student receives basic equipment before entering. One arrogant student boasts about securing a top 10 position. The MC ignores him and checks his own stats. After seeing his ridiculous numbers, he sets a much bigger goal, first place. Then another student mocks him for being an auditing class student. He even offers him a job for after he inevitably fails. The MC ignores the insults and collects his starter equipment. His wooden staff and armor seem almost useless. Then he checks his 2 skill books. One allows him to summon only 2 skeleton soldiers. The other increases their movement speed. But suddenly the system activates. Both skills automatically upgrade. His weak skeleton summons evolve into elite warriors, and the movement skill becomes far stronger. The MC realizes his innate ability can upgrade ordinary equipment and skills automatically. Even the skeleton's stats skyrocket. With these upgrades, he becomes confident that he can clear the exam faster than anyone else. Soon the instructor announces that it is time. A massive dark portal opens. The students are transported into the secret realm. The map is a dangerous swamp filled with undead creatures. There are 3 difficulty levels. Most students hesitate after seeing the terrifying environment, but the MC couldn't be happier. A swamp filled with undead is practically his perfect battlefield. His passive ability even weakens undead monsters. So without hesitation, he chooses the highest difficulty, Nightmare. Outside, the teachers watch the students through their monitors. Everyone is shocked when they see someone choose the hardest mode. Then they notice something even more unbelievable. A mage entered Nightmare difficulty. The teachers immediately assume the student has lost his mind. The principal checks the system records and discovers the reckless student is none other than Lu Yan. Even more shocking, he is from the auditing class. His instructor nervously claims the boy probably just wants attention. But the principal says nothing. He simply watches. Inside the swamp, Lu Yan calmly walks through the shallow water. The timer starts, and the system reminds him that clearing the exam quickly will earn bonus points. Suddenly, the water begins bubbling. Then 2 skeleton warriors burst from beneath the surface. They charge toward Lu Yan, but he doesn't even flinch. He raises his finger and releases a dark beam. The monsters are instantly weakened. Then Lu Yan summons his elite skeleton warriors. The summoned soldiers rush forward. One strike is enough to completely destroy the weakened enemies. Purple energy rises from the fallen monsters and enters Lu Yan's body. The system immediately announces another level up, level 4. Lu Yan gains more stat points and instantly invests them into his build. His power increases again, then more splashing echoes across the swamp. A massive horde of skeletons emerges from the water. Lu Yan grips his wooden staff and smiles. These enemies arrived at exactly the right time. He swings his staff with overwhelming force. The impact creates a shockwave that destroys several enemies at once. His summoned army follows up. The entire horde is wiped out. Another system notification appears. Level 5. Lu Yan spends the new points on strength and intelligence, but then something much larger rises from the water. A giant skeleton captain emerges. The system identifies it as a level 7 monster with poisonous attacks. For the first time, Lu Yan becomes interested. This monster might actually be useful for testing his next ability. The skeleton captain charges with a massive bone sword. Lu Lu Yan casually dodges the attack. Then he fires a dark beam from his staff. The attack completely destroys the captain's defenses. His elite skeletons immediately surround the monster. A brutal combination attack sends the giant crashing into the water. Lu Yan walks over and grabs its skull. Then he activates his mysterious drain ability. Purple flames spread across his hand. The remaining energy inside the monster is rapidly absorbed. The skull turns to dust. The system explains that these soul fragments can upgrade his exclusive abilities. Lu Yan finally understands. The stronger the enemy, the more fragments he can farm. To him, every monster in this realm is now nothing more than another source of experience and power. Meanwhile, outside the realm, the entire school is watching. The teachers can't believe what they are seeing. A supposed weak mage is commanding elite warriors. The principal is impressed, but one rival teacher refuses to accept it. He claims Lu Yan must have wasted his stats on physical strength. According to him, a necromancer should never build strength. The principal simply responds that if Lu Yan takes first place, then his build clearly worked. Back inside the swamp, Lu Yan activates his power. A massive amount of soul energy rises from across the map. Purple energy forms a huge tornado around him. The system suddenly announces another massive level up, level 8. But absorbing that much energy drains Lu Yan's stamina. Then the system gives him another surprise. His exclusive weapon is unlocked, a deadly mystical scythe. The weapon can ignore enemy armor and massively increase his damage for 1 minute. Lu Yan is stunned by how powerful it is. But before he can celebrate, heavy footsteps echo through the swamp. An enormous undead army appears. Hundreds of level 9 undead knights charge toward him. Outside, the teachers panic. Even they know this wave is dangerous. But Lu Yan simply smiles. He grips his staff and faces the entire army alone. Then he activates his intimidation skill. A gigantic shadow skull appears over the battlefield. The terrifying pressure instantly reduces the enemy's attack and defense. Then he charges directly into the army. One swing wipes out the front line. Another destroys several more knights. The undead cavalry is completely overwhelmed. But Lu Yan soon notices something. The remaining knights are forming a massive formation around him. They're trying to surround him. Instead of rushing forward, Lu Yan retreats. He studies their formation and quickly finds its weakness. Their lances give them the range advantage. So he waits. The knights close in, closer and closer. Then Lu Yan silently counts down. At the perfect moment, he activates his defense. Shadow armor instantly covers his body. The incoming lances collide with his defense. A massive explosion erupts. The entire formation is destroyed. A magic stone falls from the battlefield. The system immediately announces that his quest to collect 100 fragments is complete. Lu Yan smiles. He has obtained exactly what he needed. Our hero slotted the crystal into his scythe, empowering it, then swung the weapon, destroying the enemies. It was a one-sided slaughter. Meanwhile, the students watching from outside are completely speechless. They can't believe a mage is fighting like a frontline warrior. But after the battle, Lu Yan finally drops to the ground. His stamina has reached its limit. He needs a short break before continuing. The system announces another level up. Level 9, Lu Yan immediately puts the new points into physical strength. Then he gets back on his feet. His exclusive weapons timer is running out, so he heads deeper into the swamp. Soon, he discovers a massive cave. Strangely, there are no monsters guarding the entrance. Lu Yan becomes cautious. Blue flames suddenly ignite along the walls. He continues deeper. Eventually, he reaches a massive throne room, and there it is, the final boss. A gigantic skeleton covered in golden armor slowly opens its glowing red eyes. It rises from the throne. A legendary spear rests in its hand. The system finally reveals its identity. The Skeleton King, the final boss of the exam. Lu Yan looks at the monster and smiles. Instead of fear, he feels excited. He tightens his grip on his weapon. Then he asks himself one thing. So you're the final boss. The final boss turns out to be a necromancer too. It raises its staff. A magic circle instantly appears beneath Lu Yan. Then, a storm of bone arrows shoots toward him. Lu Yan quickly raises his shield and blocks the barrage. But the attacks are incredibly fast, forcing him to strain himself. The boss is surprised that Lu Yan managed to defend against it, so it changes its strategy. 2 more magic circles appear, and from them emerge 2 massive bone-winged dragons. The dragons immediately attack. Lu Yan moves at incredible speed and dodges the assault, but part of the attack still grazes him. He grits his teeth. This is exactly what I'd expect from the final boss. Then Lu Yan notices something. The necromancer isn't standing near the dragons. It's staying in the background. Lu Yan instantly understands the plan. The 2 dragons are only distractions. The boss is waiting for an opening to strike him from behind. Lu Yan smiles. If we're talking about summoning, I'm not bad either. Without hesitation, he activates Undead Rage. After reaching level 9, the skill has already advanced to level 3. Undead Rage, level 3. It instantly doubles the attributes of his controlled undead for 50 seconds. It also increases the movement speed of charging undead by 40%. The two skeleton elites behind Lu Yan suddenly explode with speed. They charge straight toward the bone-winged dragons and intercept them head-on. The bone-winged dragons are clearly powerful, but Lu Yan has already weakened their strength with undead intimidation. Combined with undead rage, the two skeleton elites actually manage to hold them back. Lu Yan doesn't waste the opportunity. He activates another skill. The attack and defense of the two bone-winged dragons are reduced by 50%. Now the skeleton elites can keep the dragons under control. And that's exactly what Lu Yan wanted, because while the dragons are occupied, he is already moving toward the real target. Lu Yan suddenly charges forward. The Netherworld Soul Scythe appears in his hand. He swings it directly at the enemy necromancer. The boss panics. A massive bone shield erupts from its body. It surrounds the necromancer just before the scythe arrives, but it isn't enough. The Netherworld Soul Scythe crashes into the barrier and instantly shatters it. The attack continues downward, but the necromancer reacts quickly. With its other hand, it draws a sword and stabs directly toward Lu Yan. Outside the secret realm, the students watch in shock. One of them immediately thinks Lu Yan is finished. He actually took a hit from the final boss. Another student regrets his luck, saying that if he had managed to clear the stage, he could have ranked among the top 10. Even one of the professors remains convinced that Lu Yan cannot possibly pass. After all, everyone believes his necromancer class is too weak. But then instructor Lu Yan speaks up. The test isn't over yet. Inside the secret realm, Lu Yan suddenly smiles. This can be considered a perfect block. He activates his defensive skill. The attack is completely reflected. The boss is blasted to the ground. Lu Yan doesn't give it a chance to recover. He immediately activates his scythe-enhancing skill. Then he lunges forward with all his strength. The Netherworld Soul Scythe flashes through the air, and in one devastating strike, the boss's head is severed. The necromancer is dead. The final boss has been defeated. Lu Yan finally relaxes, but the moment the battle ends, exhaustion crashes over him. His body becomes extremely weak. He can barely keep hold of the Netherworld Soul Scythe. The battle was incredibly intense, and the Netherworld Soul Scythe had also consumed a huge amount of his mental energy. Without the physical training he had been doing every day, he probably wouldn't have lasted this long. The Netherworld Soul Scythe slowly disappears. Then the system appears. Mission complete. Lu Yan has successfully cleared the secret realm. Outside, every student stares at the screen. Silence fills the entire field. Nobody can believe what they just witnessed. Finally, the students begin reacting. He cleared it already. This is nightmare-level difficulty. I thought the final boss would push him into a desperate battle. How did Lu Yan kill it so quickly? The teachers are equally shocked. Zhang Fengyu suddenly stands up. His face is filled with excitement. Lu Yan's performance is easily among the top 3 in the entire province. And this is the first time Linen City's 4th high school has produced a student with such outstanding results. How could Zhang Fengyu not be excited? But one professor refuses to admit it. He jokingly suggests that perhaps the test was simply too easy. Zhang Fengyu immediately turns toward him. What did you say? Before the argument can escalate, the manager tells everyone to stop. Then he points toward the screen. Look, Zhou Xinghao is still fighting in the undead night area. Although he isn't in any real danger, he's clearly struggling compared to Zhou Xinghao's performance. Lu Yan's result becomes even more impressive, but there is a reason Lu Yan still hasn't returned. After defeating the final boss, he reached level 10, and reaching level 10 triggered another reward. A new exclusive skill belonging to the undead monarch, corpse explosion. Lu Yan raises an eyebrow. Now this is a proper necromancer skill, but according to the system, it's exclusive to the undead monarch. The skill description appears. Corpse explosion, Grandmaster level. It uses a corpse to create an explosion within a 1 cubic meter area. Its damage is calculated from both intelligence and strength. 50% comes from his intelligence, and another 50% comes from his strength. Lu Yan immediately notices something unusual. A normal corpse explosion only scales with intelligence, but his Grandmaster level version also scales with strength. That means his physical growth will directly increase the power of his skill, as expected from the undead monarch, a class that can develop through both magic and physical strength. Lu Yan smiles. His training has become even more valuable. After checking the new skill, Lu Yan decides to leave the secret realm. A bright light flashes. The bronze mirror begins to tremble, and Lu Yan's figure finally appears back on the field. The moment he returns, the students rush toward him. They cheer, they praise him. Some even try to get closer and win his favor. One girl even boldly asks him to become her boyfriend. Lu Yan is completely stunned. He never expected this kind of reaction. Then Principal Zhang Fengyu approaches him with a smile. Congratulations, student Lu Yan. With a performance like this, you should easily rank among the top 3 in the entire province. But Zhang Fengyu still has one question. How did you clear the secret realm so quickly? quickly. Do you have some special technique? If you can teach it to us, it could help the younger students as well. The surrounding teachers and students immediately fall silent. Everyone turns toward Lu Yan. They all want the same answer. How did a supposedly weak necromancer clear a nightmare-level secret realm so quickly? Lu Yan remains silent for a moment. He can't exactly tell them the truth. He can't say that he awakened the hidden profession, the undead monarch, and he certainly can't reveal that the second awakening is the reason behind his overwhelming power. So Lu Yan simply smiles. I just happened to comprehend two powerful undead skills, and I was lucky enough to clear the nightmare level. He deliberately keeps his explanation vague, but the students still praise him. They have no idea how much power Lu Yan is actually hiding. Then suddenly, his phone rings. Lu Yan looks at the screen. The caller is Dr. Huang. He answers immediately. Doctor, is something wrong? Dr. Huang's voice sounds serious. Come to the hospital immediately. Something happened to your sister. Lu Yan's expression instantly changes. His smile disappears. Lily. Something has happened to Lily.